soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. That's what Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself nearly 2,000 years ago. Not to an audience, not for applause. He wrote it in his private journal, in a tent, on the edge of a battlefield, trying to remind himself of something he kept forgetting. The soul is not fabric, after all. Thoughts are not dye. They're invisible. They don't leave stains, or so I told myself. But then I started to watch my own mind more carefully. Not just the big thoughts, the small ones. The ones that pass through without knocking. The ones I didn't choose, but didn't question either. I started to notice what colors I was soaking in every day. And slowly, very slowly, that sentence began to terrify me. Think about the last time you spent an hour scrolling through your phone. It started as a break, just a few minutes. But minutes became an hour, and in that hour, what did you feed your mind? Bad news, angry comments, someone's perfect life compared to your messy one, outrage about something you can't change, fear about something that hasn't happened, comparison, envy, resentment. Your thoughts were not just thoughts, they were a bath of dark dye, and you were soaking in it. Then you put the phone down and wondered why you felt heavy, sad, irritable, bitter for no specific reason. It wasn't a mystery, it was chemistry. Your soul had just been dipped in dark colors, and now you're walking around wearing them, wondering why the world looks so grey. I realized something uncomfortable. I've been careless with my mental intake. I treated my mind like a dumpster, letting anything in. News alerts, gossip, fears, worst-case scenarios. And then I wondered why my soul felt stained, heavy, restless. I was the one holding the brush. I just didn't want to admit it. But here's the thing about that sentence from Marcus Aurelius. It's not just a warning, it's an invitation. If the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, then I can choose the dye. I'm not helpless. I'm not a victim of whatever my mind happens to stumble into. I have agency. I have a say in what colors I soak in. I can choose to fill my mind with things that are noble, true, gentle. I can read something beautiful before I start my day instead of checking my phone. I can sit in silence and let the quiet color me with calm instead of scrolling. I can meditate on a verse, a poem, a memory of kindness, and let that be the dye that soaks into my soul. The Apostle Paul, writing to a small church in Philippi, said something remarkably similar. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. He didn't say it because he wanted to ruin anyone's fun. He didn't say it to create thought police. He said it because he understood the same law Marco Aurelio understood. The soul takes the color of its thoughts, and the thoughts you feed it, day after day, will become the person you are. So tonight I ask myself, and maybe you can ask yourself too, what color am I dyeing my soul right now? Not what color was I given by my past or my circumstances. What color am I choosing? Because if it's a color I don't want, if it's the grey of anxiety, the dark red of outrage, the sickly green of envy, I have the power and the responsibility to change the bath. And I don't do this alone. I bring this process into the silence. I ask God to help me choose better thoughts, to guard my mind when I'm too tired to guard it myself, to let the dye of His presence become the strongest, most permanent color in my soul. This is not denial of the world's darkness. The darkness is real, the news is real, the pain is real, but I don't have to soak in it. I can acknowledge it without wearing it. I can see it without becoming it. Marcus Aurelius was right. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. So today and tomorrow and the day after, I choose the color of hope, deliberately, defiantly, quietly. Stay with me in the silence.